Hey, Adam Davidson here, talking Christmas Eve 2008 at Spring Arbor Free Methodist Church. Here's what we're doing. A service at 5, 7, and 11 p.m. The 5 and 7 service are identical in nature with full orchestra, choir, kids choir, message from Pastor Mark, carols, candles, the whole thing. A pretty big deal at 5 and 7, both of those services identical. And then the 11 o'clock service will be a totally different service with different personnel, very simple, streamlined piano and organ, maybe some guitar, simple carols, no big choir orchestra, still with the candles, still with Pastor Mark preaching, but a little bit more laid back, a typical candlelight service. Now, in the past 2 or 3 years, we've done services on Christmas Eve, just one, usually at 7. I know in the past, we might have done an 11 p.m. service. What we're doing now is actually 3 services on Christmas Eve, and you may wonder why. Well, it's a great outreach opportunity. People expect to go to church on Christmas Eve. People who don't normally go to church usually look to Christmas Eve as a time where they would. So it's a great chance for people to come and see the church. It's also a great chance for people to invite others, maybe some who don't know Jesus, to come and see this service. The reason we have more than one is so that we have space. We need the space. Our Christmas Eve services are jam-packed. Our total auditorium sanctuary capacity is around 1,600 people, and that's 1,600 average-sized people. People my size, not so much. So we want to make it so that we have enough space so that people walk in and feel like there is room for them. We also know that it makes it more accessible for more people to have an earlier service versus a later service. Maybe it gives them more options to be able to still do a family Christmas thing or a dinner and then come to the 11, or go to the 5 and then go to dinner. So you see the point there. And we want to make it beautiful. It's not a Christmas musical. You know, last year we did a full-scale Christmas musical production. This year we just want to make it so that Christmas Eve is a beautiful, liturgically sound, theologically excellent, wonderful worship service that people can come to and participate in and say, yeah, Christmas is good. Jesus is the reason for the season. And maybe some would come to know the Lord through this. So that's what we're hoping. So be praying about it and know that that's the purpose of it, that we would not only have a great worship time, but maybe that some would come to know Jesus because of what happens at Christmas Eve. And the strategy of having more than one service is for space and then accessibility by people, because we really want people to come and be part of the story and to do the Christmas deal. So that's why we're doing it. 5, 7, and 11 p.m. 5 and 7, big deal. If you're in the choir, orchestra, you're a part of those services, but not the 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock will probably be just me and Pastor Mark and a few instruments. So be there. Invite somebody. Okay? Okay.